Hello everyone, it's Miss Courtney and welcome back to Art Incorporated. Today we are going to do some flower press art. So the things you'll need for this will be a big book, some wax paper, some liquid glue, a pair of scissors. I have a tray. You don't necessarily need to use one. I'm just using mine so that I don't get glue everywhere. You're going to need some flowers or some leaves. And last but not least, a piece of construction paper. So really quickly, we are going to talk a little bit about flowers. So plants and flowers have a bunch of different parts to them. So the pretty part of the flower, so the very top part, is the flower itself and the petals. So all of these little purple things are the petals of this flower. This is called a spotted knapweed, and it is a very common weed. On this plant as well, it has this long piece here that is the stem, and then it has these little green things coming off, which are its leaves. And the stem keeps the plant upright, and the leaves help bring in sunlight for the plant to grow. So we are going to use our flowers and our leaves. I also grabbed an oak leaf. And we are going to press them in a book, and we're going to use them for art. So the first thing that we are going to do is I'm going to take some of my wax paper, and I'm just going to pull out a sheet big enough to hold our flowers. So I'm going to take all of my flowers. I have some little daisies, some spotted knapweed, and you're just going to lay them down inside this piece of wax paper. And you only want to place them on one side of the wax paper. I also collected some grapes. Now grapes have a lot of water in them, so we won't be using them today because if you press them, the juice will just get everywhere. So I set my grapes off to the side, and I have all of my flowers and my leaves in my wax paper, and I'm just going to fold over the other half of the sheet on top. So flowers and leaves have a lot of water in them because the water helps them grow. And what we're going to do is we're going to press these flowers in the book so that it releases some of this water. So I'm going to open my book about halfway, lay it flat, and then I'm going to slowly and carefully take all of my wax paper and my flowers, and I'm going to lay them on one side, and then slowly I'm going to close my book on top of them. So this will help press our flowers. You can give it a good push down. It's also best if you put some more heavy books on top of it. And we are going to leave ours for a few days, and then we're going to check back on them. Otherwise, you can wait for a week, you can wait for 2 weeks. That's all up to you on how dry you want your flowers to be. Then you would take your glue and your construction paper and your tray, and you can unwrap your flowers, put them on the paper, glue them down, and then you have your own pressed flower art. I'm going to let mine sit for a few days, and then we'll check back in on them. So it's been a few days, and I took my pressed flowers out of our book. So they're a little bit dry, and they're starting to get a little crunchy, but they still have a pretty good color to them. So my leaf is still green. And then here are my daisies. And there are my purple flowers, the spotted knapweed. So what we are going to do with these is we are going to take a pair of scissors, and you can trim down your flower as much as you want. I am just going to trim off just a little bit on each bottom of these because I don't need the whole plant. There we go. So now I have them all trimmed. My oak leaf was okay, so I don't need to trim it. And I'm just going to lay these off to the side for a second. And then what you're going to do is you're going to use your glue, and you're going to put a little bit of glue on the backs of each of your flowers, and then glue them onto your construction paper. And you can arrange them however you would like. So you just need a dot of glue. I'm going to put a little bit on the top and a little bit on the stem. And then just push it down very gently. And you're going to hold it there for a second. And then you can lift it up. So I have one of my daisies on there. I'm going to put my oak leaf on next. Just a little bit of glue. Put this one at an angle. Press it down. Let's see, let's do some spotted knapweed. Put a little drop of glue on the head of the flower. And push down on them. And you want to do this with the rest of your flowers, and then you can put your name on it and the date, and then you could put it on your fridge or on your wall if you would like. But I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson today, and we'll see you again soon. Bye!